Swallowed Star 508 Unexpected Surprise. Chapter 508 Unexpected Surprise. Translator, Editor, Translation Nation. Within the clouds, after swapping his bodies, he began to look through the 4 bodies in his space ring. Pure Feather Tao, Rockwind Xiong. These 2 have the highest status in Swallow Mound City. Luo Feng separately took out these 2 space items and examined them carefully. Unlike Rockwind Zhan, who purposely hid his, Pure Feather Tao and Rockwind Xiong's storage items both had Blood River crystals. He had actually examined Rockwind Xiong's earlier. 1-2. Luo Feng flipped his hand and there lay a triangular blood-red crystal. The beauty was mesmerizing. It was the Blood River crystal. I got 3 of them at one go. Luo Feng smiled. If I successfully absorb another 2, I will become a blood warrior immediately. And I'd still have 1 more. This will be just enough to complete the first mission. The dangerous level mission had a total of 2 missions. One was for 10,000 points and another was for 100,000 points. From the looks of it, as long as everything went well and his absorption was successful, he would be able to get 110,000 at one go. The first thing is to absorb the crystals successfully. Luo Feng recalled his first absorption and was not fully confident. Acquiring everything seemed pretty easy enough. However, for the virtual universe to deem them both as dangerous level missions, of course, these were aimed at the universe level core members. If Luo Feng was truly a universe level 9, without the Masha clansmen, then acquiring the crystals would have been extremely dangerous. Right. I still have the 2 envoys from the Undying Shrine. Luo Feng's eyes gleamed. I wonder if they have any Blood River crystals. It's hard to say. Luo Feng had already known earlier about Pure Feather Tao and Rockwind Xiong's possession of the crystals. As for the envoys, he had no clue. This space bracelet of Envoy U, it's pretty big inside. Luo Feng carefully examined it as he was filled with anticipation. He suddenly revealed a look of shock and disbelief. It seemed impossible. No, it can't be. Have I really gotten so lucky? Shwa. Luo Feng flipped his hand. In it a black special wooden box appeared. Luo Feng held his breath and carefully opened it. The box was opened. Within it Blood River crystals were carefully organized and placed neatly. The box was almost filled to brim with crystals. Luo Feng's eyes gleamed from the sight, carefully counting them. 10. 10 Blood River crystals? Luo Feng couldn't believe it. Even if this envoy wanted to absorb the crystals to become the legendary Black Warrior, he would only require 10. Also, people with such ambition couldn't have not attempted to absorb one yet, and he's already a Domain Lord level 9 warrior. That envoy you had indeed absorbed a crystal before. He actually carries 10 crystals with him. What a fortune for me. Luo Feng suddenly thought. My spirit energy scan earlier found a piece of paper at the bottom of the box below the crystals. Within the box, beneath the neatly placed crystals, there was indeed a paper. The material was of dark gold in color. On it were complex words. The words seemed complex. The details, however, were very simple. Si Yong, these are the 10 crystals you require. It's enough for the short term. Use it accordingly. Remember what you promised me. I believe you are a smart person and won't deceive me. Just a short letter. Immediately Luo Feng, who was reading the letter, realized and laughed. So these 10 crystals weren't the envoys. But this Si Yong's. Si Yong, isn't he the world city leader? With a sector lord status, acquiring these 10 crystals should be an extremely easy thing to do. Even the domain lords could get their hands on a few crystals. Hence, for a sector lord to get 10 at one go, that seemed normal. Si Yong, your Blood River crystals belong to me now. With a thought, Luo Feng kept the crystals into his ring. I already have 13 now. I wonder if the other envoy will give me another surprise. Luo Feng flipped his hand. A translucent ring appeared in his hand. This was Envoy Mo's storage item. Immediately, his spirit energy pierced in and began searching. With this search, my God! Luo Feng was startled. It can't be. It's like seeing a ghost. Luo Feng was shocked. Babata. Luo Feng's thought went into his storage ring to contact Babata. Babata asked lazily, What's going on, Luo Feng? In this Blood River world without any technology, what do you need me for? Wait a moment. Luo Feng thought, immediately taking out that unbelievable item from Envoy Mo's space ring. A 100 diameter large item appeared within the clouds. A dark gray universe ship. Yes, universe ship. Babata, keep this ship within your storage space and study it for me. Just how long has this ship existed? Luo Feng asked. Universe ship. Babata was shocked too and kept the ship within his space. Wait a moment, I'll scan it. Night. Luo Feng stood along in the clouds, still very shocked. As the details from the Virtual Universe Company had stated very clearly to never ever take out any technological items. The moment one is discovered, it would mean certain death. However, having discovered a universe ship from an envoy from the Undying Shrine space ring, this was too. The ancient god ruins, that was from how many trillions of years ago. A universe ship from back then couldn't be undamaged for that long, unless it was an E or F grade ship. However, that level of ship wouldn't land in a Domain Lord Envoy's hands, and Luo Feng felt that this ship was very normal. Luo Feng, I've scanned it. Babata shouted. Luo Feng maintained his mental connection with Babata and asked, what are the results? I can confirm that this Blood River continent has had some advancement in the technological side. This universe ship should have been built less than 500,000 years ago, and it's very lousy. When it's compared to other ships in the universe, it would be considered an A grade. It would take extremely long to accelerate to light speed. Babata explained. Luo Feng frowned. Where did you discover it? Babata asked. Within an envoy's space ring. Luo Feng said. Right, the armor that the envoys wore, they are genetic armor. Envoys of the Undying Shrine? Seems right, Luo Feng. You should know then when a Sector Lord breaks through to Undying, their soul will evolve. An Undying soul's brain and mental calculation speed doesn't lose to a quantum computer. The aboriginal Undyings of Blood River continent, if they acquire any remains from the warriors of the Virtual Universe Company, like some quantum computers, universe ships, or others, etc., they could very well study them. Babata explained.
Luo Feng was shocked. Right, his own consciousness calculations was terrifying already. Hence, an Undying soul's calculations would definitely not be below a quantum computer. Maybe because of a lack of many materials on Blood River World, they are unable to make special machinery. Otherwise, these Undyings, with their analytical prowess, wouldn't find it hard to create and revolutionize the technology here. Or maybe, the Undying Shrine didn't wish for the continent's masses to get in on the technology. Or maybe, the Virtual Universe Company was intercepting them secretly. Anyway, Luo Feng was too lazy to figure out everything. I've earned a fortune this time. Luo Feng immediately left the 4 bodies for Babata to dispose of and handed the 4 storage items to Babata. Babata, there's a whole mess of treasures and items in their storage items. I have no comprehension of the treasures of Blood River continent. Help me sort them and see if there's any other surprise. No problem, leave it to me. Babata was a living AI, his calculation speed far exceeded a normal AI. Even the Undying beings, they didn't necessarily compare to his problem-solving speed. Thanks. In a moment I will contact you. How long do you think you will need to organize everything? Luo Feng asked. 5 minutes is enough. Babata answered. Very well. Luo Feng immediately rushed down from mid-air. Late night within the vast wilderness, Luo Feng was within it practicing, simultaneously feeling the effects of the Blood River crystal. Back when he had absorbed the first one, it was indeed very shocking. The mysteries of the crystal, especially its fusion with the universe energies, along with its increase in power with origin-infused attacks, were very enticing. Also, the moment it's used, a blood-red engraving would appear on one's chest, similar to the one of the golden horned beast's scales. Only this was simpler and weaker. Why do I feel that the mystery of the Blood River crystal doesn't stop at just melding better with the universe energies? The Blood River crystal should still have one more point. That was physical change. When I was absorbing it, I became an ape-man, then a scaled beast, and even like a robot after. The changes were violent, yet when they ended, I couldn't do it anymore. Luo Feng frowned. However, I still feel that the crystal should still have more special properties. I'll probably know after absorbing the second and third crystal. Luo Feng connected mentally to Babata, ready to absorb the next crystal after communicating. Babata, how's the sorting of the items from the 4 storage items? Were there any treasures? Luo Feng communicated mentally. No treasures. However, there's something you should see. Babata emphasized. What item? Luo Feng was curious. Pa! Babata threw out an item. It was a gem-like item. This is a simple quantum computer communication tool. Babata said. Just like the wrist communicator you use on Earth. Communicator? On a large continent like Blood River Continent, even if the signal travels at light speed, which was 300,000 kilometers per second, from one end to the other side of the world alone is a trillion km, how will it reach the other place instantly? Luo Feng shook his head. They don't have the virtual universe network. This communication tool isn't an instant messenger, but made for distance communication. Even if the speed is slow, it's still faster than a person flying. Babata said. And the tragic thing is, Luo Feng, when you killed that handsome envoy earlier, the other envoy had recorded it and sent it to a person called Si Yong. Luo Feng's expression changed greatly. Damn. This was the disadvantage of technology.